Hello there, people of YouTube. So we're back for another show day video. So this week we have the Two Grows MK Classic Naturals, and we're here in familiar settings at Ultraflex Rotherham. So yeah, man, it was pretty ideal. We've had the show here. Like every single show I've had in my life, I'd had to travel somewhere or another. So it's kind of been a bit manic, traveling, unpacking, packing, all that nonsense. And that happened at PCA last week, where the day before, I did a lot more than I planned on doing, with the show happening, with checking into Airbnbs and all that. And because of that, I had to eat a lot more food than was initially planned. And overall, I was still happy with the look. I was still happy, but it was a point where I definitely could have been tighter. Yes, I need to lose body fat, but I need to be a little bit drier as well. So today has been a lot more stress-free. I've just been pretty much chilling at home and doing my normal daily stuff, to be honest. And I feel like the look has responded quite well. We've also played around with peaking a little bit. So after posing today, I'm considerably drier than I was. Maybe not quite as full, but I feel like that's needed to present that proper men's physique package with the midsection on stage. So I'm excited. So basically we've registered now, and I'm just currently waiting to get tanned. It seems pretty manic at the minute here. I've never seen Ultraflex Rotherham this busy. But yeah, so basically we'll maybe film some bits and bobs with the tanning. We'll also film, hopefully, a couple of little bits with posing as well. We've got some very high-level athletes, posing clients competing here tomorrow as well in the not natural part of the show. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. Good. Back pose. Yeah. Good. Okay, so main thing is just making sure it's smooth. So obviously your entrance is going to be exactly the same. Back pose. All I want you to do is step around. Obviously bring your fists together as you do. Boom, boom, boom. There. And then back pose as you normally do. Yeah? So let's just give that a go from front to back. Okay, back pose. Yes, there we go. And then into the pose. Yes, roll the shoulders forward a bit. There we go. Cross with your left foot. There. 1, 2. Like that, yeah? Right then, that is tanning wrapped up. I've had a little bit more of a patchy tan than last time. I think I forgot to like scrub all my tan off from last week, and I've had like some patchy bits, but hopefully it'll get recovered by tomorrow. But we've also had some posing clients in. So we had Tommy earlier, that was not filmed, but we've also had Sam and more recently Lee as well. They're both looking wicked. And it's just a case of some little touch-ups before the show. Nothing, we're not at this point massively changing anything with their posing. It's just those little tweaks that can make the difference on show day. And we also had a little look at Mr. Noah Campbell, my fellow Annigains host, which is pretty cool to see Noah competing again. Well, competing for the first time in men's physique in the junior class, and he's looking absolutely unreal, man. So it'll be wicked to compete on the same day as him. But yeah, so now we're just gonna head back to the Airbnb and pretty much chill for the rest of the day. We've got one more meal to get, and yeah, let's get it, and then we'll maybe film some little bits at home, and then we'll go on to the show day tomorrow. Photos and video over, it is much appreciated. So let's get right into it. So I know you mentioned you're struggling with the back pose. You're saying your left shoulder is a bit longer than your right. So what I'm seeing is your right shoulder is hitching up. So what? Right then, so we're back at the, I was about to say the Airbnb. We're not back at the Airbnb, we're back at home. It feels weird, man. It feels weird being one day out from a show and just chilling at home. I always feel like I've forgotten something that I needed to do or needed to bring for a show, but now I'm at home. It's like it's chill, and I feel like I need to be stressing about something, but I don't. So I'm home. So it feels good. I actually feel really really good, and this is one thing I was speaking to Jack about was as you or as I have caught throughout my journey within competing, just the way I've kind of felt throughout prep has changed quite a lot. I remember I'm showing my age here. I started competing in 2019, and I remember as I got deeper and deeper into my prep, just my whole demeanor changed. I would try and avoid any conversation if it was avoidable, and just kind of keep myself in my bubble and my shell. I became like pretty grumpy just because I used to tell myself, "Oh, this is hard. I'm dragging. I'm tired." And I feel like when you do that, you almost reinforce it, and it almost becomes more of a reality. And then as I've gone through each prep, you just learn to kind of enjoy it for what it is a bit more, and you kind of get used to it. I feel like your body does kind of adapt to the process of prepping now. And like honestly, man, like this prep, there have been a few days where I've been a little bit more draggy and a little bit more lower energy. But as a whole, it's been really smooth, and I felt really really good throughout this prep. I remember even after show days, I would be absolutely trashed after a show day, and it'd take me a few days to recover. Like I competed last week, less than a week ago, 5 days ago, and I feel great. I feel great, and I'm ready to go into the next show, and I'm ready to do more, man. I really really want to run the gauntlet this year and just get that stage experience because ultimately I love competing. Like I love going on stage. I love posing. Obviously, I'm a posing coach, so that's a given. And I find it funny when people are like, well, I love the process of training and dieting and blah blah blah, but I don't actually enjoy being on stage. I'm like, well, bro, if you don't enjoy it, like, don't do it. Just train and yeah, diet. Like, but yeah, obviously, like because I love it so much, I love presenting my physique. I just want to have as many opportunities to do that as possible, and then obviously me further doing that is going to further help me refine the look and help bring my absolute best to the stage. I absolutely think tomorrow I'm going to be better than last week in terms of going to bring a sharper look. But I still think even after this, there is room to dig for more condition and just bring my quote unquote final form for this year. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, plans wise, I'm not going to look too far into the future. We'll just say I'm doing pro qualifier in 2 weeks, and then we'll see after that. It was interesting seeing the people at Tanning. Like I was just speaking to Jack about the show. Like it doesn't actually look that busy from men's physique. Considering they're doing naturals and open, the number of men's physique athletes is not that high. So like I'm just praying I'm not the only one in my class because I always watch it when I see like a one-man class, and I feel so sorry for the people who are in that because it's like you pay all this money and you wanna compete against people, you wanna have a challenge, and you wanna get moved about and everything, and then it's kind of like just you by yourself hitting a couple of poses and then going off. It's just a massive anticlimax. So I hope there are at least a couple of people. There are some high standard athletes, but I've seen them in other classes because they're definitely not my height. So fingers crossed. Well, fingers crossed we can get the win in the class and come against these really, really good athletes in the overall. But yeah, so I think for now I've had my final meal. I've had the rest of my water, so it's going to be a dry one for the rest of the evening. I've got a couple of posing check-ins to do, and then I'll probably just chill for the rest of the evening. So yeah, so that's it for the day, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Yesterday, obviously, just got the tan and did a little bit of posing. Was pretty happy with the look, like post tan. I suppose we can fill out, but I'm actually really happy with the fullness I've kept from the back. I've still got that like pop to the lower lats and everything, which I'm really happy about. Right, good morning. So we are 6 a.m. in the morning of show day. Had a fairly decent sleep, I would say. Better than I normally do. Normally on show days, I barely sleep. But I think because I was at home, it was a bit more chilled. But I woke up at like 4:30, 5ish.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm not getting back to sleep now, so I just woke up. Did my normal hydration, supplements, all that stuff, and then did some posing. I am definitely tighter than I was this time last week. I'm 170.6 pounds, which is my lightest weight in the whole prep. I'm definitely not as full as I was in the morning of the last show, but I think that's a good thing. I think once I get some food in and I get a pump and everything, it's going to result in a better, tighter look on stage, which will be pretty cool. I'm still holding good fullness in my back, which I'm happy about, but then I definitely need to fill up from the front. So in terms of the plan from AJ now, we've got, I think, 70 grams of carbs in meals 1 and 2. We're going lower on the protein this time, so barely any protein for the 2 meals. And then just 1.5 liters between the first 2 meals, then 1.5 liters between the second meal and stage, and then just sipping pretty much after that. So I think the plan of action now is just to chill for a bit. I'll actually do a little bit of work, then have meal 1 at about 8ish, and then set off, and then we'll see what the score is at the venue. They've said tanning is somewhere between 10 and 12:30, which is a bit of a wide window, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go early and just see what the score is over there. Alright, so we have got meal 1, or as a normal person would say breakfast, but so we've got 85 grams of white rice, very, very dry white rice. Typically around show day, I put very minimal water with my rice or rice pudding or whatever. And then I think 80 grams of besa as well, so pretty small volumes. I think the main focus for today is obviously getting some carbs in, but we really want to keep my midsection super, super tight. So all my meals are pretty much relatively low volume. We're kind of like front loading the water. So I'm having a good 3 liters, I'd say, between the beginning of the day and then the second meal. And then after my second meal before stage, it's very, very minimal. Once again, just keeping that midsection super small. So we're just going to crack on with meal 1. Got a couple of cups of Peat Max, digestive enzyme, and then we'll head off to the venue. We might get some posing in. We'll see what the crack is, and then we'll get our tan. So we'll see you there.
Back pose. Front. Thank you.
What's up?
Other side. Back pose. Front. Thank you, Lee. And next up, number 53, John. Back pose. Front. Thank you. And guys, wide right before us.
Come on, Tom!
Back pose.
Come on, Tommy!
Front pose.
55!
57, 55, switch. Front pose. Coaching Classic Physique overall. One last time, shout out who you want to win. I heard a couple of numbers there. One of them was 52, Lee Fenton! Your overall physique champion of the MK Coaching Classic, ladies and gentlemen. An extremely competitive lineup and a very, very worthy winner. Back pose. Front pose. Thank you. Thank you, Kez. If we could have now 4, 5, 6. Nathaniel. Back pose. Front pose. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come to that place. Competitor number 4, 5. 5, Kez Moch. And in second place, competitor 4.
We're good. And that is the show day wrapped up. I'm not gonna lie, that really stinks. Yeah, it's a tricky one because I went into this with like quite a decent amount of confidence that I was gonna do well and be competitive in the class, and to finish 3rd out of 4, yeah, honestly, it's a little bit embarrassing for me having my pride as an athlete and wanting to do well. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, man. It does not feel good at all. Like at the minute, it's very fresh and my emotions are quite raw, so I'm not trying to make decisions emotionally. So I think at the minute, I'm just gonna sit down and reflect and actually look at photos from the class, like proper photos, and then hopefully get some feedback from the judges and see what like I actually need, because at the minute I'm not really sure, to be honest, and then we'll see from there like what I'm actually going to do in terms of compete at the pro qualifier, whether I'm going to do another show or call the prep. But yeah, I think this is the part of the journey as an athlete. Not everyone gets there at the beginning, and hopefully this will just be like a little knockback in the journey, and then I'll come back stronger from it. So yeah, man, thank you guys for following along, and we shall catch you in the next one.